They talk about positivity but only express negativity themselves. They want to be treated with respect but don't respect the opinions of others. The way we were presented surprised us, and we're sure it surprised many of you as well. We could go into detail about what the reality was like, but honestly, that wouldn't serve any purpose. As we've seen, anyone can twist the truth in their own favor and post it publicly on YouTube. How are you supposed to know what's true and what's not? We still don't understand why we received this hate. When we left to continue our journey, the owners had the chance to look at the whole property and seemed very pleased with us. But now, over 2 months later, they post this video, complaining about how the property was look like, without having made any personal contact with us before. This is both disappointing and raises questions about what they hope to achieve with that. Not even now, after 2 months, we've had the chance to express ourselves directly as we were blocked right from the start. But thankfully, we have such an amazing community. We were so happy to read all your lovely words. Even though the comments mysteriously disappeared, we were able to see them in time. We truly appreciate everyone who stood by us. Since we don't want to engage in this kind of drama, that's all we'll say about it. In our opinion, issues like these should be discussed privately and not publicly. For those of you who are new to our channel, you're more than welcome to check out our videos from the past year and form your own opinion of how we took care of the property. It's also important to mention that none of this changed the fact that we had a wonderful stay there. We poured so much love into this property and received so much back. It was a truly life-changing experience. It's a pity that this amazing time is now being overshadowed by negativity. But we are keeping our chin up, and again we are so grateful for the incredible support we've received from our community. But now on to a much nicer topic. In our last video you've seen how we drove from northern Vancouver Island to the Redwoods National Park, and now it was time to drive east to Utah. It was very exciting to see how the landscape changed. From green coastal forests and soft hills to dry desert landscape and rocky mountains. We drove relatively quick to Nevada. The loneliest road in America led us to a very special place. On this highway is hardly any traffic, almost no cities, and you really have the feeling of immersing yourself in the untouched nature. In the middle of this loneliness were some amazing hot springs, which we were really looking forward to. When we got there, we were completely stunned. Such a beautiful desert landscape surrounded by mountains in the middle of nowhere, and then the hot springs. And we were able to call all this our home for the next few days. Of course, it didn't take long for us to make ourselves comfortable in the hot springs. We spotted some wild donkeys and a herd of antelopes passed by. But the absolute highlight was a herd of wild horses galloping past at sunset. This was just a magical moment for us. We spent 3 very nice days here, and we also used the time to get our dog Kira used to her new kennel. Because one day we will take Kira back to Germany with us, so she needs to get used to it. Okay, sie zieht ihre Decke wieder raus. In addition to the donkeys, horses and antelopes, we discovered other animals that we didn't expect to see at all in the desert here. Some goldfish. After our stay there, we headed further east. The further we drove, the more we could feel the landscape changing under our feet and around us. Once we reached Utah, we noticed more and more of the red rocks towering in front of us. Our first big stop in Utah was the Arches National Park, a place that is just magical. Over 2,000 natural stone arches cover this park, each of them unique with a story that begins millions of years in the past. It's almost as nature itself has created its own art here. After our stay there, we headed towards Capitol Reef National Park. On the way there, we went for a short hike. The trail was not marked very well, which is why we got lost, but we still had a nice walk through a canyon. This day we camped just before the Capitol Reef National Park. The place was relatively close to the road, but beautifully situated on a river. Fahren wir mal eine Runde und schauen, oder?